Hi, everybody. This is Attorney Wilberforce Agyekum at Abbey Law Office. Today, I want to talk briefly about K1 visas, which is the fiance visa for those American citizens who are engaged to marry an immigrant that is usually that is out of the country. So, we're going to talk about a K1 visa again briefly. It's a non-immigrant visa issued to the fiance of a U.S. citizen to enter the United States. The U.S. citizen must petition on behalf of their future spouse with the USCIS. Once the foreign fiance receives the fiance visa, they must marry their U.S. citizen petitioner within 90 days of entry into the United States. I'll go more into that, or they must leave the U.S. once the couple marries. The foreign citizen, the foreign citizen can adjust status to receive their green card here in the United States as the spouse of a U.S. citizen. Who can file for a K1 visa? The U.S. citizen who want to bring a foreign fiance to the United States that so that they can get married and live together in the U.S. The fiance of a U.S. citizen who will enter the United States and marry a U.S. citizen within 90 days. Brief overview of the visa process, of the K1 visa process. The U.S. citizen files a petition for alien fiance with the USCIS office that serves the area where he or she lives. After USCIS approves the petition, USCIS notifies the U.S. Embassy or consulate in the country where the fiance lives. The fiance applies for a K1 visa at the U.S. Embassy or consulate in the country where he or she lives. The fiance enters the United States with a K1 visa status and has 90 days to marry the U.S. citizen. That is strict. 90 days after the date you enter the U.S. That's when the 90 days starts accruing. So you have to get married within that 90-day period, or you must return to your country for another time. Following marriage, the K1 visa holder changes status by applying for legal permanent residency, which is known as a green card. Now, eligibility for a fiance visa. Eligibility, who is eligible and how? Okay. You are a U.S. citizen. You are eligible to apply for a fiance visa for your foreign fiance to be able to enter the United States. You are a U.S. citizen. You and your fiance intend to marry one another within 90 days of your fiance's admission to the United States on a K1 non immigrant visa. You and your fiance are both legally free to marry in this to each other, because this means that you both are legally able to marry in the United States, and any previous marriages have been legally terminated by divorce, death, or annulment. You cannot have another marriage and get married again. That's against U.S. laws in most states, in all states, I believe. You and your fiance, you and your fiance met each other in person at least once within the 2 year period before you file your petition. Must have seen each other at least once in person. You must request a waiver of this in person meeting requirement if you can show that meeting in person would violate strict and long established customs of your fiance's foreign culture or social practice, or result in extreme hardship to the U.S. citizen petitioner. So one is in the interest of the foreign individual that you want to marry, and the other looks from the hardship from the perspective of the U.S. citizen, which can explain the inability to meet in person your fiance in their home country. Now, the process for bringing your fiance to the United States. The process for bringing your fiance to the United States involves the USCIS, the U.S. State Department, and U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Protection. They're all involved in the process. First, you file the petition for your fiance with the USCIS. Then, a visa application with the Department of State. 3, inspection at the port of entry by the Customs and Border Protection. Step 4 is the marriage. Step 5 is the adjustment of status, which is again through the USCIS. So after the marriage, you adjust your status from a non-immigrant by applying for adjustment of status with the USCIS. At each stage in the process, keep in mind background check and security checks may be conducted on both you and your fiance. This may include checks in various databases for national security, criminal history, and other information about you and your fiance. These checks are conducted using fingerprints, names, or other biographic information uh, and biometric information to do these background checks. They are an important part of the process, and you have to be prepared to go through the background checks, both you and your fiance. So that is just a quick, brief informational session here about the K1 visa, fiance visa. If you have any questions or you need assistance with this process, please give us a call. You can call me, Wilberforce Agyekum, at Ivy Law Office. The phone number is 206, I mean, not 206, that's Seattle. The phone number is 301 276 0887. So give us a call. You can also reach us at our website at ivylawoffice.com, ivylawoffice.com, and we'll be happy to assist you. Please don't hesitate because this process can be a little bifurcated and a little stressful. And if you need help, again, give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. All right. See you next week.